What's going on, Libra? How are you doing? Hope we're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for the week of May 15th to the 21st, 2023. So in this reading, Libra, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the upcoming week. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming. We're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides and so much more regarding May 15th to the 21st for you, Libra. Now, before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here, Libra, in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Libra, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this reading and see what wants to come through for you for May 15th to the 21st, 2023. Libra. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Libra. Right. Oh my God. All right, so let's go ahead and start this reading off before we get into the tarot with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe, Libra. What frequency do you need more of for your highest good to tap into? What frequency do you need to embody more of for this upcoming week? First one you have is spiritual guide. All right, Libra, so spiritual guide. What's coming through is many of you that have been waiting to use your spiritual talents for good. This is really the time for you to guide other people. Now, for some of you, I'm getting this as people in your life, such as, gently, there is something about planting seeds with family members, friends, people who are, you're just kind of like a few steps ahead of them on the spiritual path. There is something here, Libra, about you planting seeds, with people in your life. Most people, if some muggle comes over to this channel, watches this reading, and is like, do people really believe this? Like, they just think I'm having fun. They don't know I'm planting seeds from a certain perspective. Now, spiritual guide, really, some of you, this is more big. Some of you, it's like, what are you waiting for, Libra? You know that you have a gift. You know that you're psychic. You know that you're intuitive. And it's really about taking your talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat. No, you got to leave Cleveland and join Miami. Now, for some of you that live in Cleveland, it would be very advisable for you to move to Miami, because I just got that weird LeBron James quote. Now, for others of you, though, with the spiritual guide here, Libra, there is something about you learning from a mentor. There is someone about one special, or maybe a few. There is something about you running into, maybe it's an online mentor, right? Maybe it's someone new that's a new spiritual guide in your life. For me, I'm absolutely waking up every day, absolutely feasting on astrology, and I have a few astrologers that are my OGs that we're working together, and so they're my new spiritual guide. So now you also have, what frequency do you need more of? Productivity. So remember, it's better to move forward slowly than to not do anything at all. And I just get this frequency, Libra. I'm being really gentle right now, by the way. I just get that with spiritual guide and productivity here, working on being productive. Now, for some of you, this is going to manifest in the form of you're working at a job that you do not prefer. You're meant to do something spiritual. And so there's something about balancing the two out for a period of time until you can go full time with the spiritual one. Now, for others of you with productivity, you need more productivity. So some of you, this is going to be, if you're already, I'm getting for this, okay, now this is a very big message. If you're already an established spiritual guide, because I know many of you watch me, if you're already known as a spiritual teacher, or you're already practicing, you already have clients, you already have repeat clients, there's something about with productivity, Libra, pay your taxes. Like there's literally something about like, you need to focus on, you're ignoring something in the physical right now. For those spiritual guides, yes, I understand. You're out of this dimension. You're, infinite waters junior. But listen, you need to, there's something, hire people who can help you with this, but there's something about managing money or more practical. Now, if you're just upcoming in the ranks, then it's otherwise. Or there could be about, for those of you that just, you enjoy spiritual content but you're not a spiritual guide yourself, then there's something about, and this is a really clear message, so I hope that you're listening to me. For those of you that are not interested in becoming a spiritual guide yourself, but you're learning from spiritual guides this week, do what they say. Instead of reading 100 books, instead of watching 100 YouTube videos, read one and do what it says in the one. It will get you so much further. That's why the spiritual community is a whole mess right now, because we have people that are dabblers. We have people that know a little bit about everything. Now, to be fair, some of you have that expansiveness, you have that pre-birth agreement to be someone like that. So I'm not invalidating you if that's what you do. But what I would say is master a discipline fully before you move on to the next one. For me, there has been a sequential order of spiritual fields that I have went balls deep in before I moved on to the next one. First, it was studying the Bible. Then I had cracked open Kundalini. I went full Zen, Eckhart Tolle, living in the present moment. Then it was the law of attraction. Then it was tarot. Now it is astrology. And what will be going on in the future, I don't know. But I went balls deep in all of them. I didn't dabble. Now, you also have improvement. Improvement. So no matter who you are, you have spiritual guide, productivity, and improvement. If you're not interested in becoming a spiritual teacher, then there is something about actually taking physical action on the advice that you're given, instead of because you can use spiritual advice as entertainment, or you can use spirituality to escape yourself very easily. You can read books on meditation. Oh, be with yourself, but you're not actually being with yourself. So there is something about that, but especially for those people who want to be spiritual guides, like it's I'm not going to say it's now or never, because I actually think like you could stretch it. You could stretch it, but I'm just telling you, like, come on, man, come on. So let's go ahead and get into your opportunity. Your opportunity, Libra, is the 10 of Pentacles. So something to do with your legacy. The 10 of Pentacles is it is about some sort of end legacy, some sort of long-term vision that you have that you need to start on today. Now, for some of you, this is going to be, there's something about living in the end. Maybe some of you become practitioners of Neville Goddard, living in the end. You can get really far with that type of stuff. The 10 of Pentacles in your opportunity, definitely focusing on money. So if you're an established spiritual guide, you're an energy healer, I'm telling you, there's something about practicalness about your money. There could be something about legally figuring out how do we run the spiritual business, but I know you hate the legal stuff, how do we bring it in? For others of you though, this is really thinking about how do you want to be remembered? And for others of you, this could be even something about a family coming in. Now, your challenge is the Empress here. So for a lot of you, the Empress here, once again, your opportunity has to do with abundance. Your challenge also has to do with abundance. For some of you, this could be tied up to kind of like a woman in your life, especially for those men, Libra, listening to me. There could be a challenge around someone wants kids and someone doesn't, or someone wants to be in a relationship and someone doesn't, etc. Something around that. Even if you're a woman though. If you're a woman, I feel like this is more so, you're so pregnant and now some of you, Empress in the challenge, you could be dealing with an unwanted pregnancy. You're very fertile at this time, no matter who you are. So if you don't want children, then, be careful. Now, but what I'm saying is it's more so you're fertile for spiritual guide, productivity, and improvement, Libra. And so for some of you here, there really is this frequency of you are so ripe. You are so ready to take the jump. You are so ready to start really living from the end, living from not your fears, but like how will you be remembered, taking the jump, taking the plunge, whether that's listening to a spiritual guide or actually becoming one yourself. And it's like, if you don't act now, yes, you can still do it, but it's like you're ripe right now. So it's like, what are you doing? So we're gonna have to clarify, because I'm also getting the 10 of Pentacles in your opportunity and the Empress in your challenge. For a lot of you, that's more practical. For a lot of you, there's something to do with people. Okay. Now, when it comes to your overall general energy for this week, Libra, you have the 10 of Wands, you have the King of Pentacles, and you also have the 3 of Wands here. Okay, in your overall general energy. So some of you, this is to do with a lifeline that you have to get out of, and you have to play the long game. Once again, if you're not where you want to be, if you want to be a spiritual healer, but you're not there yet in terms of practicing, then what you have to do is work hard for a temporary period of time, but then to switch, play the long term. Okay, the 3 of Wands is patience. Have patience with your money. No matter who you are, even if you're, once again, long-term investments. I mean, what is your opportunity, right? Long-term investments. Think long-term here, Libra, okay? Think very long-term. Now, whatever that else is tied up to, we're going to have to see when we clarify. For some of you, yeah. Now, when it comes to what you don't see coming this week, you have the Knight of Swords, you have the 3 of Cups, and you also have the 8 of Cups here. It's interesting, there's the 3 of Cups is positive social engagement, and then you have this Knight of Swords running this way, and you have the 8 of Cups running this way. So there really could be a split up. There could be a split, I'm getting, in a friend group for multiple different reasons. And a lot of you, I think it's happening from a higher level, actually. There could be a peaceful recognition that, okay, we're not going to be as close as we were because we each have individual missions that are not as aligned. Some of you, I'm getting a really big blockage in my right side of my body near my solar plexus, which tells me you're not using your willpower to your full capacity when it comes to listening to a spiritual guide and implementing the knowledge so that you can get ahead, so that you can be a billionaire if you don't want to be a spiritual guide yourself. And even if you are a billionaire, I want to say everything is spiritual in this reality. Like, there's something here, a contradiction that many of you are experiencing when you're listening to me. When I say, oh, you know, spiritual, everything is spiritual. Money is a reflection of your spiritual energy. Everything, your ability to, you know, that's why I laugh, you know, I mean, you know, people look at me and they're like, oh, he's so spiritual, he's doing the spiritual work. No, I'm not. You know who's doing the real spiritual work, Libra, in this life? Musicians, athletes. I'm the person in the background. But people are, oh, you're so spiritual. Yes, I am spiritual, but there's something about like taking that and manifesting it in physical reality is like, or, you know, dreams of being a billionaire. Taking, like, shout out to all the people who have a vision and then actually bring it into reality. You're the true spiritual people. I'm here just kind of giving you hints, giving you clues. Is it spiritual in its own way? Yes. But please, because some of you, I'm even being shown, a lot of the people that could have benefited from this reading already clicked off this reading because he's saying, well, I'm not a spiritual guide, I want to do it. But I'm an athlete, I'm a musician, I don't know what he's talking about. Everything is spiritual. So keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to your advice from your spirit guides, wow. I mean, you have the Ace of Cups, you have the 2 of Cups, and you have the 6 of Wands, Libra, and your advice from your spirit guides. And going back to the original thing, for those of you that want to be a successful spiritual teacher, it is literally in your destiny. It is literally a pre-birth agreement. It literally, will you have to go through some sort of challenge to get there? Yes. You have to be productive. Yes. You have to have improvement. Yes. But wow, in this advice, Libra, you're going to be so successful when you put your heart into something. And whatever, for a lot of you, I'm getting this Empress, and your challenge is self-worth. And that's what's preventing you. For many, and I'm getting for this is not for even for the established people in expanding. Whether you're a musician, athlete, spiritual guide, it's all spiritual. Wanting to be a billionaire, it's all spiritual. Whether you're just starting out, this is more of a message that I'm going to channel for just the people starting out. But even if you're more advanced, take it as it resonates. When the synchronicity that you were looking for showed up to start your spiritual business, in the wise words of the notorious one, when the synchronicity that you were looking for showed up, you took a shit on the back of a bus. What that means is The opportunity was there and you ignored it. And some of you are still doing this right now. And it's literally the most powerful time of the year, the eclipse season. So this is a message more so. Yes, for expanding for the other ones, but for the people who are less established, for those people out there who you know you're intuitive, you know you're powerful, you know you get information, you're more psychic than me. But what are you doing? You're sitting on your couch saying, well, I can't, I don't have the willpower, the opportunity was there and you just ignored it. Or you just, you took a shit, you just said, I can't do this. I have a lower IQ than 99% of you. Don't you understand that? Don't you understand that Cardi B dancing around has an IQ of a 3-year-old and she's making more money than you? Doesn't that bother you? Doesn't that bother you that the autistic mystic is completely obliterating you, my friend? And I'm stupider than you. All I have is the fire! Alright, we need to calm down. We need to calm down.